Greetings. This is IyandaSiraj, the Eclectic High Priestess. I hope that I'm finding you well and in high spirits, and I'm so grateful to be sharing this space with you today. We're here doing the March 2021 reading for Cancer. All right. So, Cancer, your channeled message was cold as ice. All right. So, that message may not resonate with this card reading, but it is a message for you to take forward into the month of March and see how it plays out for you. Okay. Let's get started. But before we do, if you are new here, welcome. If you like this space and you like to commune with us more often, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you know when we're posting. Okay? Also, take some time, if you feel so led, to check out the website www.IyandaSiraj.com. That is where you can book personal readings and stay tuned for the events and such. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start with the tarot. The tarot deck that is being featured today is the AKMARA Tarot. AKMARA Tarot. And I really love this deck, and actually the decks that I have from her so far are just beautiful, and I'm waiting for some more now. So anyway, but this deck is really beautiful. It seeks to pay homage or bring forward tools for those who are practitioners of the diaspora. So the African diaspora. Okay, so there's homage to the different belief systems that are included in that within these decks. So if you find that you resonate with the images here, then check out the link that I put in my description box. I'm not getting paid for it. I just really like the deck, and I feel like she deserves the support. All right, so let's get started. For Gemini. Nope, for Cancer. Kidding. Okay, so you have Soul or the Sun. Okay. All right. Wow. You have the North Star or the Star. And you have the Conqueror, the Emperor in traditional tarot deck. Wow, this is really good energy. Okay, so I just heard you have mastered your own energy. You have mastered your energy. You've mastered self. Now, that's not to allow you to get big-headed or just be like, oh, well, I got nothing else to do in this lifetime. No. But there is a feeling or a sense of mastery right now, okay? I also feel, too, that this could be someone in your environment. You know, you're going to have to decide for yourself which role you're playing. But I'm picking up on an energy of some manipulation, some sense of kind of low vibrational energy that has been a part of your world, whether you were inflicting it or on the receiving end, Cancer. I haven't felt the need to say that in any other readings, like, oh, this could be about somebody in your environment. So that could very much be true for you, okay? Someone who you may be asking a question about. But there is something here about the exchange of energy being changed because someone has healed. Someone has set proper boundaries. Someone has actualized. They've actualized themselves, okay? They know themselves. Yeah, this is a really good energy. There's a lot of good changes in this energy, but I keep feeling the need to say that you might be someone who is needing to get in line with these changes that are taking place, rather this actually being changes that are taking place in you. So maybe you are being illuminated. Maybe you're being illuminated to certain actions you may have been taking towards other people. Maybe you are being directed to the source of pain, to the source of those desires to do certain things to people, or to hold certain feelings towards people. With soul here, literally the word that comes up is soul. So this is speaking, a lot of attention coming to your inner self, where healing is still much needed for you. I think it speaks a lot to your receptivity and your willingness or openness to this energy, because they're all major arcana here. And I feel like they're in, I'm going to say it plainly. If you are the person who has been inflicting some type of pain or discomfort or disease on someone else, then this is you having an awakening to the root of why you've been in that energy. Okay, so you also want to have, if this person, if it's not you, this other person is exemplifying self-mastery to an extent that it is blowing your mind. It's making you want to be there too at that place. So it's helping to illuminate for you, bring something out of the darkness, okay, and into the light. I'm feeling some warrior spirit here too. So there is some healing that has been taking place, or that is to take place, but it doesn't feel like soft, gentle healing. It feels like healing that is really going to unravel some things, okay? So in the month of March, Cancer, it feels like it's a month of illuminating. Through illumination, you're going to not only see the darkness, but you're also going to see what your true desires are in life. Because of whatever has been looming over you or this situation, you haven't been able to see those things within you that are creating turmoil or that are creating chaos and blockages, but you also haven't been able to really pinpoint what it is that will really bring you fulfillment, joy, and happiness. So with that is, you're going to be doing the work to create a foundation, to decide what pillars you want to build your life upon, okay? So it's going to bring, there's going to be this exchange of healing energy as you illuminate, as you take an action. When you take this action, it's going to illuminate that thing, and you're going to illuminate something over here, another action that needs to be taken. And so there's this back and forth, but ultimately it's going to allow you to be healed, okay? I also feel like there's a particular manifestation that you've been working against yourself, okay? Perhaps your desires are just perfectly in alignment, but your actions are not aligning with what you say you want, okay? So this is why your soul energy is coming in. Your soul is probably stepping in to bring about situations that help you identify for yourself what toxic, I think that there's some toxic behaviors when it comes to pursuing something that you desire. They're less than kosher, okay, to say the least. So there's a second look that you're giving your behaviors and your actions, how you've treated a certain person or how you've been treated by a certain person, and the misalignment, how misalignment was birthed in the situation in the first place. That's kind of how I feel March is happening for you, Cancer. So let's move into the other cards. Love. I knew it was tied to a partnership. I really feel like this is illuminating something about your true feelings about someone. What I'm thinking about is kind of like when a kid, little kids, and they hit a little girl, a little boy hits a little girl, we might tell the little girl, oh, it's because he likes you. Well, that's the energy I'm picking up. The reason that you've treated a certain person, or you've had a certain energy towards a certain person this whole time, is because you had this little desire for them. Maybe you don't want them, but you do. Okay, so that's a little something there for you. I also feel like this is also saying that as you steady yourself, as you reground yourself in the midst of all of this, kind of like being redirected or being rerouted to your true north, to really be compassionate and forgiving to yourself, because you know, uh, you know, we've all done some things we're not proud of, and we've all behaved in ways that after the fact we're questioning ourselves, like, why was that my reaction, or why did I do that? But this is all taking place for you so that you can have love, in order for you to unlock this outward love, or this connection that you really have been kind of like giving mixed energy to, confusing energy to. This is saying in order to do that, you're going to go through a cycle of acknowledging some of these things, some of these hurts, pains, programming, training, whatever the case may be, and you are going to now then be directed back to the truth of those feelings, and then be maybe given steps to take in order to actualize that as a dream, as a reality in your life. So all of this is up to you, honestly. How are you going to take seeing these things in yourself? How are you going to take the reality of what's been happening and your part in it? Okay? Do so lovingly. Reflect on yourself lovingly. Okay? All right. All right. We got 2 of these Earth Magic cards for you guys, so let's see what they are. Dream time, creation. I like that, because we have the Star card here. And then Milky Way, perspective. I'm getting a lot of destiny energy here, like destiny. Something is destiny. And I'm hearing prolonged destiny too. So there's something here. Spirit has really stepped in to help this kind of come together, to help this be done so that this manifestation can be had. Okay, with the Milky Way coming up here and perspective coming, honestly I feel like this is talking about, it's talking about your attitude towards a certain person and their beliefs even. This is also talking about feelings that have been repressed for a certain time, and once they finally do start really coming up to the surface rather than just bubbling under there, you begin to really see what is created from those feelings, and you see the truth of them. You see the truth of them, and this may come up for you. You see how destructive certain thoughts and feelings have been throughout your life, and how your perspective, or how these things that you were holding were continuing to create a certain discomfort, or a certain dis-ease in your environment, in your life, in your relationships. Okay, so with perspective and creation here, I really believe that this is you manifesting an entirely an entirely new reality. But you have to be compassionate and patient with yourself. You have to own up to the mistakes that have been made, okay? And move forward, knowing that just as well as you created this reality, you can create a new reality, okay? There's Milky Ways and galaxies and all endless ones. So you can create some more and throw them on out there too. But the thing is to be more intentional this time when you're casting out your net, to be more conscious of what it is that you want in life and what you're trying to create for your future when you're casting your net out. Because yeah, you may not have control over what you draw back in, but you have an intention. Yeah, an intention is powerful. Okay. Epona, she is fertile, wild, and swift. A sorceress. Get grounded. Manifest wealth. Have a plan of action and go forward. You can manifest through your roots. Strengthen your root chakra. This is represented by the Knight of Pentacles, Leo, and Virgo. Okay. Again, that's a positive message here for you, actually, Cancer. A very positive message. No matter which category you fell in, whether you were giving or getting negative energy, this is telling me that you are manifesting something great, something beyond your understanding or your vision. You're manifesting right now. So try to just hold your vision, hold the positivity, kind of make sure you maintain integrity. Okay, maintain integrity, because integrity is one of the root chakra elements, you know. And you can manifest through truth by just acknowledging something as truth or something as falsity. You can literally manifest. You can literally create a manifestation of that by just making the decision of what's real and what's not. And then you move over here, and then you're in a reality where that thing is real. So it's kind of like this weird dynamic, you know. I don't want to get too woo-woo with you guys, but yeah. Nope, I'm going to get woo-woo because you have Pisces here. You got Neptune that represents Pisces. Okay, so there's a lot of emphasis on your intuitive world. There's a lot of emphasis on your dream space. There's a lot of emphasis on your wishes, okay? And I really feel like wishes in love, what type of relationship you want, what kind of return you want when you do give your love to people. there's big energy about just your perception being shifted. And the planet Neptune is a visionary. So this is about holding a vision, wishing upon a star, speaking incantation. This is talking about really truly giving your energy to the things you want to manifest rather than the things that you don't. Okay? So we got I say Aquarius, but we do have Aquarius energy here, but we have Pisces energy here as well too. I see a scrying ball here and a seashell. Actually, it's a scrying ball, but it's a pearl. Either way, I do feel like this is talking about bringing ideas to form as well. Bringing ideas to form. So a lot of you may be being inspired by your dream state right now, and it has gifts for you when it comes to projects, ideas, concepts, okay, things like that. Wow. Mending bridges. Come on, y'all. I heal rifts. I am a mender. Okay, so I think this is really speaking to love energy when we're talking about this being about whether this was somebody you were wronging or creating tension for, or whether this was you receiving it. This is being mended. This is being healed. Okay, to create a more solid foundation. Okay, this doesn't mean that there's like some union that's going to come of something that was really messed up. I'm not seeing a promise of that, but I am seeing that balance can be had, and order can be returned by this situation being healed, by this bridge being mended. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that karmic bond. Oh, yeah. This is all about a karmic cycle someone is in. A karmic cycle, and the Cancer, this is talking about also, I feel like a very manipulative energy when it comes to intuitive gifts and intuitive abilities. So there's a big lesson here for you, or someone else in your environment, about the use of their spiritual gifts. There may be some type of situation where you experience some type of karmic return for perhaps abusing or misusing a gift. If this is not you, then you don't have to receive that. But if it is, this whole situation is based on you being truthful with yourself. Healing can only happen if you're truthful with what you've done, what you haven't done. That's a part of showing compassion for yourself. Is just be honest. Be honest, because it's you. You say it's you. All right. So with this being a karmic bond, it does speak to major lessons that were shared here. And again, I said it doesn't mean that this is going to be like something like, okay, now let's go get married, or okay, yeah, I trust you, let me invest this and let me do this. And it's not saying any of that, but it's saying that there is opportunity here for healing, for a better foundation to be built for whatever the dynamic is. Okay, there's definitely some room for mending and healing. White wolf, fire element, and Neptune. Look, now you got Neptune twice. So definitely somebody being enlightened about how they were bringing darkness or negativity into a situation. I just cannot say it any differently. That's really, and then Neptune is talking about spiritual gifts and intuitive ability, but I feel like it's also talking about disillusionment. Disillusionment. Someone could have really felt like what they were doing was warranted, or they felt like, what they were doing wasn't so bad. Okay, like the person earned it or the person deserves it. But there is something here about that. There's an enlightenment energy here that's coming to you about what can be created. Actually, I'm feeling like somebody's being shown what could have been created. Not sure that opportunity is still here, but we'll see. White wolf. So I feel like this is, again, the white wolf is speaking to getting some type of guidance, some type of insight, and it's awakening you. It's disintegrating your ego regarding a situation, or your ego's understanding of a situation is being disintegrated, and perhaps rapid change can take place in this situation. Okay, maybe there's been opportunity for that in the past and it hasn't been taken fully. But there's another opportunity here for spiritual graduation. Okay. So let's add to this message and see what else we have. Not committed. Okay. Yeah. So listen, there's a lot of energy here that is playing back years and years and years, I feel like. But either way, remember we're talking about the root of something and why something is the way it is. And not just going back to a specific action from another person, but going back to when you first had a feeling or you first had a certain thought, okay? Or when you took that action and then a whole chain of events happened. Sometimes it's hard for us to get back to that action that we took that really set all of this into play, okay? So with the not committed card here, I'll just say it plainly. Cancer, whoever was not committed in this situation when it began, created the energy that has been in this connection or this project for since it was born. So someone didn't commit to it fully, and throughout the life of this thing, there has been chaos and turmoil and up and down and up all around in the situation, okay? And it's been easy to point fingers or try to identify what that person did or whatever the case may be and why you're right for holding this grudge or blah, blah, blah. But I think that this is going to, if you were to look back, Cancer, to yourself or to someone else, the other person's past, there was an energy of non-committal energy there that created this whole thing, okay? You may even go deeper than that and figure out why you had that non-committal energy or why you decided that you were going to step away from or just not give the energy to that certain thing, okay? Makes a lot of sense with the karmic bond card coming out, because this feels like a really big karmic lesson. Yes, follow your heart, right? So definitely there was something here where you were intuitively pushed or led to go one way and you took a different way. You took a different route. Whatever your reason is, but that is the root of this situation, and that's not anybody else. That's the root. That's the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups. So yeah, there was a very solid, or maybe even a pregnancy, there was a very solid offer, a very solid beginning for you, and maybe you turned it down. Turned it down. What else do we have here? YouTube or blog with the Four of Wands. Well, this feels like you could get certain insight or something from a YouTube video or a blog. You could read something or listen to something that could help bring some understanding about something. Apathy, yeah, you're gonna read or listen to something that didn't, maybe an action that you took, you really didn't understand the effect that it was gonna have. Yeah, I would say you took an action, you didn't know the effect it would have, and you didn't know the story that was going to be created from it. With YouTube or blog here, I also feel as though, yeah, there was just a certain sense of, a storyline that you saw in your mind when this thing was presented to you, and it wouldn't allow you to go ahead and follow whatever small voice would have been telling you to press forward. Trade. And Cancer. All right, Cancer. Look at that, Cancer. Trade and Cancer. Okay, so I'm hearing energy exchange, trying to take something that was someone else's or someone trying to take something that was yours. That feels like a big energy for me. So Cancer, whatever you're working through right now is meant to bring better balance and more stability. There's still an opportunity for that in this situation, but I do feel like you're going to have to trade something for something else. Maybe pride. Maybe you have to trade your pride for peace and a more stable future. Partnership. Yep. Two of Wands. Because the door, there's been pathway to partnership, or to coming into agreement or reconciling the situation. Yeah, to cultivating a better situation. But maybe they've been turned away. Maybe you haven't committed. All right. All right, Cancer, that's all I have for the month of March for you. If you felt like those messages were resonating with you, be sure to hit a like, share the video, comment below. If you would like to stay tuned and be in the mix about the things that are going on with us, then make sure to subscribe so that you can see what we're posting when we post it. If you feel led to, please check out our website, www.IyandaSiraj.com. That is where you can book personal readings and further stay in the loop about what's going on. So that's all I have for you, Cancer. Peace.